Well, 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 I can't believe my eyes. This is thanks to the lens, the amazing lens on my Canon I have here, which I've only had a few months, that I was lucky to find this car because I'm fucking visually impaired so much that I can't even drive legally. I'm here, I think, in the same shell sector of Montreal, and it looks to me like not only is this a first-generation Ford Taurus, but I think it's an SHO, or aka show. Man, I haven't seen one of these cars in a long time, and is it? Oh my god, that's a rare car. It's from Ontario. It's got dual exhaust, and these cars, god damn, did it have a V8 or a V6? I'm trying to remember. Wow, that is very unusual to see. I mean, in this part of the world, as I always call the Rust Belt, as it's known, you know, you might maybe occasionally see the model of this generation that was revamped in '91. You know, that means that they had the smaller, thinner headlights like slits, you know, and taillights were revised. It was the same body, but wow, it's a fucking SHO on top of that, for crying out loud. I mean, they really never made many of these. It was not a successful top of the line performance model. I mean, a base model had a typical V6, you know, capable of what, I don't know, let's say 130, 140 horses. And then you had this model. Come to think it, let me think here for a second. The motor in this car was a it was a V8, I think, made by a Mitsubishi or Kawasaki or something like that. It's not an American motor, actually. That's what's even more bizarre about it, even. And even more strange about this car is that it's got Ontario plates, but the front door glass is not tinted like in the rear, because in Quebec you're not allowed to have the front windows on a car tinted. You're not allowed to do a lot of fucking things, for that matter, actually. It's in great shape. The only things I could see missing are the center caps that go over the lug nuts there. And the Ford Taurus, by the way, you know, for you younger guys, came out in 1986. And actually, although they weren't exactly the best cars on the road, but I mean, still, it was a revolutionary car. I think in terms of sedans, as somebody mentioned in a documentary I watched recently about these cars, that when this came out in '86, it was the most aerodynamic American sedan there was. There wasn't anything else like that. And even when I was a kid in '86, I was 10. So now I'm gonna be 43 tomorrow, actually. And so it's really something to see one of these now. You know, it just goes to show how, wow, did I ever get old? You know, is it a coincidence that there's a nice Ford Mustang parked over here, I wonder? Beautiful color. Yeah, very nice, very nice. That reminds me, did you guys see that new BMW 850? Ay yoy. Nothing special, man. Nothing special. Look, she got a little damage over here, maybe a little rust. Fucking Taurus SHO, or show. Actually, until I saw a couple of documentaries, I always thought it was SHO. I didn't even know it was show. You know? What happened to the glass here? Yeah, it's definitely a well-maintained vehicle. Definitely well-loved. Very well kept. You know, it's in driver condition. You could see some aging, but I mean, considering the car is probably about 30 years old, give or take, it's in good shape, you know? Man, that is something. And again, I wish I could remember what the motor was on that again. I'm telling you, it's a Japanese V8 in this, if I remember correctly. And the horsepower was like apparently very impressive. It was something like, I don't know, 260 or something. Very interesting. Very interesting. But you know, there's one thing I'm noticing though. I don't know if this is, I think this car was repainted, because over here the pillars I think were originally black. So, and it's interesting, it's got these rain guards over here. I don't know what happened to the glass over here, but it's really cool to see that, you know. I mean, again, you know, I'm always looking for the old stuff. I mean, look how boring the cars have gotten today. Jesus, Murphy, I have to come up here in East End and St. Leonard and these places, these parts of the city, to find something interesting, because if I go, let's say, to the West Island, I'm not going to see fuck all, probably. Why is that? Who knows? Well, that's really cool. I'm glad I took a big detour to walk up to see this car, because oh yeah, and by the way, that front panel there, that's black. That's not supposed to be black, actually. It's supposed to be body color. Very interesting. Right on. Anyway, take it easy. Bye-bye.